Hey guys, I am back. I'm so sorry I haven't been making videos, but I am back today with a book review for you guys. I miss doing book reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing Fancy White Trash by Marjeta Garland. I am so sorry if I get her name wrong. So I really enjoyed this book. I gave it 5 out of 5 lily pads because it was such a nice, funny, light, cute, contemporary read. So this book seems like a light contemporary read, which it was, but it has a very complicated plot. It's hard for me to describe because this book is focused on family, and this book had so much drama in it. It was so crazy, but it kept me so entertained. So I will try my best to explain this book to you guys. So, Fancy White Trash is about a 15-year-old girl named Abby Savage, and basically she has a crazy life. I mean, she has a normal life, but she has the craziest, most messed up family ever. And what's funny is Abby loves soap operas, and that's what her life is. And so her family is just very messed up, and I will tell you more about her family so you guys can see why her family is so messed up. So this plot is kind of complicated. Oh, and before I tell you about her family, I just want you guys to know that in this book, Abby doesn't want to be like her family. Basically, her family believes in dating the same guy, basically. So everyone in her family, her 2 sisters and her mom, they all dated the same guy. And Abby doesn't want to do that. Abby wants to find a different guy. So throughout this book, Abby has a plan called her True Love Plan, where she's basically just trying to find a different guy who could be her true love. And so yeah, so here's how messed up Abby's family is. So even though Abby is the youngest kid in her family, she is definitely the most mature, because here's why. So she has an older sister named Kate. Kate is 18 years old, and she is pregnant. She's pregnant. And then Abby also has another older sister who's older, named Shelby, and she's 21 years old. And so Shelby recently got a divorce with her husband, and she has a little girl named Hannah. And most of the time, Shelby goes away with some guy, and she makes Abby watch Hannah. And another thing that's messed up is Abby's mom. So Abby's parents were divorced once, then they got back together, then they got divorced again. So right now in the book, they're divorced. And so basically her mom just remarried another guy. The guy's name is Steve. So her mom just remarried a guy, and her other dad just got married, and her dad is thinking about getting a divorce with his new wife. And so that's not the crazy problem. The crazy problem is Abby's new stepfather, Steve, went out with Kate, Shelby, and her mom. So basically, Steve got Kate and her mom both pregnant. And yes, right now, Abby's mom is also pregnant like Kate. So Steve got them both pregnant. So yeah, her family is pretty messed up. And Abby just thinks her family's crazy and embarrassing, and she does not want to be like them. And so she has a best friend named Cody, who lives next door, and she loves Cody not just because he's a good friend, but also because Cody's family life is pretty much normal compared to her family. But Cody is gay. So Cody's gay. He never actually told Abby he was, but Abby found out herself, basically. And Abby actually has a crush on Cody's older brother, Jackson. And the reason why the thing is, Jackson likes Abby back, but Abby doesn't want to be with him because he went out with her sister Kate, and Abby thinks Jackson could be the father of Kate's baby. And I'm not gonna spoil anything for you guys, So you guys will have to read this if you want to know who's the father and who Abby ends up with. So yeah, guys, that is basically the plot. So it's basically just Abby trying to find a different guy to be her true love. So what did I think about this book? I really liked this book. It was so different from most contemporaries that I read. Now this book has been on my TBR for a long time, and I'm so glad I finally read this book. It is really short and a light contemporary read, and this book is funny. I mean, just look at the title, Fancy White Trash. Now, I personally think the title goes really good with the book because Abby's family is white trash. But if you look at the cover, to me this doesn't really look like a contemporary book. I don't know. Do you guys think this looks like it would be a contemporary book? Because to me it doesn't. But anyway, so the reason why I love this book, like I said before, it was different. I love that this book focused so much on family because family is very important to me. And so this book basically has like every family problem in it. And I don't want to spoil anything. I'm not going to spoil anything. But one of the things I liked about this book was I liked how even though every character had their problems, they all got a happy ending. And even though her family was completely messed up, I actually liked every single one of her family members. So I'm actually going to talk about the characters now. So we have Abby, who's our main character. I loved Abby. She was awesome. She's the youngest in her family. She's so mature. I was so glad she didn't want to become messed up like her family. And she was just awesome. I really liked her. She was just a good, fun character to read about. And she was normal, which I liked. I loved her best friend, Cody, who's gay. And I felt so bad for him, but he's so sweet. He was such a good friend to Abby, so I really liked him. I liked his older brother, Jackson. I liked him, but he wasn't in the book that much. I mean, he was, but the book wasn't completely centered around him, which I kind of liked because, I mean, this book did have romance in it, but the romance wasn't the biggest problem. I mean, it mostly focused around Abby's family. And I liked Abby's family. I liked her sister, Kate. I didn't really like Shelby that much. I mean, I didn't hate her, but I didn't love Shelby. She was sort of mean. Her mom was sort of clueless at times, but I did like her. And I did not like Steve, because you guys know why. He's a cheater, basically, and a player. And so, that's basically all I can tell you guys, without giving away major spoilers. And so, yeah, this book was just really cute. I would really recommend this book if you guys like contemporary reads that deal with family. And yeah, I would recommend this book. If you guys, that was my review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more. I'm gonna be filming a review for another book next, so stay tuned. Bye.